So we're going to find the sine, the cosine, and the tangent of angle A. So let's label the lengths of sides A and B. Side A is 19 long, side B is 8 long, and we don't know the third side. So let's find the length of the hypotenuse. We'll use the Pythagorean theorem. So what does the Pythagorean theorem say? Yes, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 19 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. 19 squared is 361. So 361 plus 64 is 425. So the square root of 425 is c. 425 is 25 times 17. So the square root of the 25 is a 5. So 5 square roots of 17, that's the hypotenuse length. We don't want the decimal approximation from your calculator. We want the exact value with no rounding off. So 5 square roots of 17. Okay, so we can just find sine, cosine, and tangent of angle A now. So the phrase SOHCAHTOA helps. So we just have to have the right ratios of the lengths of the sides. So the sine is the opposite over hypotenuse, the cosine's adjacent over hypotenuse, and the tangent's opposite over adjacent. And that's what the SOHCAHTOA abbreviates. So we have to label these sides, at least mentally, so opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent. Well, the opposite side is opposite angle A. The adjacent side forms angle A along with the hypotenuse. So look at angle A, and the two sides forming that are the hypotenuse and the adjacent side. So 8 is adjacent. That's because adjacent means next to. And then the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. It's always the longest side in a right triangle. Remember, this SOHCAHTOA is only true in a right triangle. Okay, so we have the adjacent, opposite, and hypotenuse labeled. Now we can go ahead and find the sine, cosine, and tangent. So the sine of angle A will be opposite over hypotenuse. So 19 divided by 5 square roots of 17. So that would be the answer. We should rationalize the denominator. So let's take the square root of 17 in the denominator there, and we'll multiply by square root of 17 over square root of 17. So the sine of angle A is 19 times the square root of 17 over 5 times 17. 5 times 17 is 85. And then we'll look for cosine of angle A. So cosine of angle A is adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent is 8, and hypotenuse is 5 times the square root of 17. So we'll rationalize the denominator there again. So we end up with 8 times the square root of 17 divided by 5 times 17, which is 85. And last of all, the tangent of angle A, which is opposite over adjacent, so 19 over 8.